live. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Mitzi Cole's with us today on the 425 show. Oh, we got music coming. I can hear it. About to start the show. Stay tuned.
I know, I was like,
It's country music. You said you're.
yeah, I love country music. I was a country music song today.
There you go.
It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger.
I know. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 425 show, your place to be for all things real estate and lifestyle related here on the East Side. I'm your host, Nicole Mangina with Windermere Real Estate. We've got a great show in store for you today, but I wanted to say thank you to everybody that's reached out in the last couple weeks. I've heard some really great stories from people who have done and tried new things as a result of the show. Jessica Butts had a great event this last weekend. She was on the show a couple months ago. A couple people went to that. I did some work with Susan Palmer Wood. I know we've got some new people signed up for the Hope Link lunch as a result of last week's show. There's been all kinds of neat stories that I've heard from people that have found out about things, and that's what this whole show is all about. Each week we try and introduce you to something or someone new that maybe you're not familiar with that makes living in this area such a great place to be. But before we dive in to the show, I want to do a quick real estate update. We talked about the whole how's the market question last week. This week, and we will have these on the website after the show if you go to NicoleMangina.com/podcast. Windermere, because I am a practicing agent, so if you have questions about buying or selling in the market, you can always reach out via email, Nicole@NicoleMangina.com. And Windermere publishes a month-over-month chart each month so that we can see kind of how we're doing this year as opposed to last year. We'll have them for the East Side, Seattle, and King County. If you live outside of that area and would like an update, just shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to send that over. But prices for September are up 4% versus this time last year. Average sales price on the East Side was $890,000 versus $855 the year before. We have a 2.5 month supply of inventory versus 1.2. So, you know, I'm sure you've heard about that in the news. We do have more inventory than we have before, so things are taking a little bit longer to sell. As sellers, you do need to be more price sensitive. And when you do sell, there's a good chance you're not going to get those multiple offers that we were experiencing in the first part of the year, or if you do, they're not going to go as far over. But the market is absolutely moving. Buyers are buying. There are buyers out there. You know, where we're going and what this means, we're not really going to know until February or March of next year because it takes a little bit for things to play out. February and March is usually when we see that big upswing in the market. We see lots of price appreciation and multiple offers. So if we get there and that happens, it just means this was a blip. If it doesn't, it's indicative of something bigger. So we're going to have to wait it out. But it does mean you can still absolutely sell right now. I think one of the great things that's happening, though, is we will start to see more buyers come into the market. There have been lots of buyers that have been sitting on the sidelines for the last couple of years because, you know, if you want to buy up that market, especially if your equity's tied up in your house, you know, they're really contingent buyers and you couldn't get a contingent offer accepted. We're starting to see some of that happening. So I still think there's lots of opportunity out there for sellers. You can absolutely sell your house. You just need to make sure you're working with an agent who's really in tune with what's going on today, not 6 months ago. So again, if you've got questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help you. If not, I can absolutely connect you with the right person based on your area and what you've got going on. My email, Nicole@NicoleMangina.com. And without further ado, I'm so excited to introduce today's guest. How are you? Mitzi Cole is joining us.
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. This is amazing.
You're awesome. Mitzi has Providencia Pond Retreat in Issaquah and is the founder of the cookie technique.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm excited to find out more about both.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the retreat center. You just opened that not too long ago. It looks gorgeous.
I did. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just signed on the lease February 6th, which is my brother's birthday.
Love it.
And I was looking across from the gentleman that gave me this amazing opportunity, and he goes, "Are you ready?" And I said, literally, I'm like, well, Tuesday is my favorite day of the week, and if this is the last Tuesday on earth, I'm in. Let's go. He asked me 3 times. I was like, yes, thank you for this opportunity. So
that's great. So it was a facility that was there, and you've taken it over, and you
so
host your own retreats there, and then it's something people can rent and use for their, if they've got their own thing and they're looking for a facility. Right?
Absolutely. That was my whole thing. I had come to a crossroads last September, completed a couple-year divorce with an amazing person in this world. We were together for 25 years, and I was sitting there going, do I stay where I currently am as a small business owner, a dance studio owner, or do I go all in? And I started, it was time for me to resign on that lease, and I was like, okay, no, I've always wanted something that was like a co-op. Like, I was like a gatekeeper to something. Like, I would protect it with that beautiful energy and that healthy love and all that. And then other women and men, now I'm getting used to this idea of the empowering with men, would come in and do what they know and what they love to serve in this beautiful world that we live in. And
That's
so
wonderful.
I put that out on paper. I started writing out different things. I wanted it by water. I wanted it to have woods around there. I wanted it to be like a sacred, I guess you would say, ceremony space for people to just want to pour what they do into this facility. So I literally looked around, pushed the other studio away, and went all in. I don't know much about technology, so I just Googled property for lease or sale by water, and it popped up, and I was like, oh, that's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I went over there, and I met with the owner, and it was literally love at first sight.
Really?
I felt like when I was coming up the stairwell, or the grand entrance of this, it's a grand entrance, I kid you not. I was walking up there, and I felt like it was like reaching out to me, like, here, I have this gift, please share it with the world.
Amazing.
And so it was kind of scary being single mom.
Yeah.
I live on a farm. I'm totally doing this all the way. And it's
Good
been
for you.
oh my gosh, what a gift. So
That's so cool. And so you've got indoor and outdoor spaces that
Yes.
people can use. And
yeah, it's
all
a
types.
3,800 square foot facility.
Okay. that's pretty
Upstairs
big.
has 5 beds, 3 enclosed bedrooms, and
Okay.
5 beds total.
Oh, so somebody could do like an overnight retreat.
Yes,
or
I
something
love
there.
the ladies' nights, overnights, and I'm a participant in many of those areas over the overnighters, and then other women come in and they do. I've had a forgiveness, retreat there. I've had a financial retreat there. It's just all around empowerment and giving back, and it's So it's 3,800 square feet with a beautiful chef kitchen.
Okay.
A dining room area where you can walk in and it looks like you guys just spread out, make it your home. That's why I tell
Wonderful.
every person that comes through the door, please make this your second home.
Okay.
Like, anytime you come through there, make yourself at home.
Great.
And then there's these giant doors that open up to this massive pond.
Okay.
And thankfully, I just had my first male duck land on the pond. I felt like
Oh.
it was good luck. I named him Luke.
I love it.
I look to these different things as signs, and I'm like, that's that male, masculine energy I'm looking for to put in
I
this
love it.
beautiful place that I have heels all throughout.
Oh.
So, so yeah.
I love it. That's great. What's the ideal group size?
When I started, I was very optimistic at 50, and then as I started working with people coming in, I just really feel that 30 to 35 is
Okay.
appropriate.
Got it.
Because of the parking, and I have this amazing person that lives on the property. I call him the King of Providencia because he takes care of things, 24-hour surveillance. Grounds are beautiful. My
Wonderful.
s'mores fire pit never has to be tended to.
Oh,
And so
love it.
just for that comfort and our comfort, 30 to 35
Okay.
is perfect.
which is great. I think there's a lot of people with groups that size and you never quite know where to go. A hotel isn't quite, it's like you kind of want a nicer vibe than a hotel meeting room
Exactly.
sometimes. And
Yes.
so to have something so beautiful
Yeah.
and the nature aspect of it.
It is. You go right out. It's 7 minutes out of downtown Issaquah.
Okay. Yeah, it's out Issaquah, Hobart, right?
Yeah,
and
right
Cedar
on
Grove
Tiger,
Road.
Tiger Mountain right there.
Yeah.
And you just end up in these beautiful woods. You take a turn. Everyone always says, I didn't even know this was here.
Isn't that funny?
And I'm like, I know. It's beautiful. So you just sit out on the pond, look over at the fire pit and the woods, and there's deer, and there's, it's heaven. So
Perfect. And I was on your website. You have a couple events coming up there, don't you?
I do. We have multiple events coming
Yeah.
up. I have what I call my cookie sampler coming up this
Okay.
next week.
Perfect.
And it includes an overnight stay with me if women want to come and stay, and I
Okay.
teach them my art of dance. We have a amazing, I want to feel this, everyone. This is going to be so cool. I have a top-notch, true Italian chef coming into Providencia for couples. She's
Oh,
coming in. We're going to take
nice.
6 couples, and she's going to teach us authentic Italian cooking.
I love Italian food.
I know.
The more carbs,
from
the better.
scratch with her husband, because I wanted to do something to celebrate couples
Yes.
getting out and doing something real together.
Mhm.
And then the next night we're doing sip salsa and satin sheets.
Oh, I love
And it is
That's
getting down
fascinating.
to really getting in touch with your movement, your hips, your joy, salsa
Okay.
dancing, of course sipping a little wine. And the satin sheets is literally talking about what the importance is to our body
Yeah.
that we need with sleep to
Oh.
energize, so we could get that salsa dancing every day, you know, if
I
we want
love
to.
it.
So,
Okay.
and then let's see what else is there. A full cookie retreat weekend.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to talk about that in a second, but first I just want to say if you want to join any of these events, all of them sound amazing, so I think you might want to do more than one. Go to NicoleMangina.com/podcast after the show. We'll have all the links. Maybe I'll see you there because the stuff sounds pretty fun. So
It is, thank you.
This cookie technique, what's it all about? How'd you get started with it? What's the scoop?
So there I was,
Okay.
about 7 years ago. My son got run over by my horses. I ran out to scoop him up, throw him in my truck, run him into the emergency room, and I literally was sitting at that time between 240, 260 pounds.
Oh, wow.
I was actually obese, and I was totally out of breath, collapsed. I couldn't tell the emergency lady what was wrong with my son. And you guys had kids, we just talked about this
Yeah,
before the show.
I
How would
mean-
you feel if you couldn't speak to the person to
Yes.
say,
Oh my
this
God,
just
makes me wanna
happened,
cry.
right?
Yeah.
That moment was the moment that just got freaking clear. You know how that moment where you got that fire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got that fire. And I said, you know what, God, get me out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Let my son be okay, and I will do anything to take care of my health.
Good
And I
for
did.
you.
I was fortunate that he got out with a broken arm, broken leg. He was in a wheelchair for months, and I really took it to my word. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know how to cook. I'd never been to a gym before,
Okay.
like anything. I didn't really listen to music, nothing. And then I just got that, you know what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are in life. You just got to just get up and go. So
Yeah.
I started walking every day for 10 minutes, and I thought that was huge.
Yeah.
You know, and I started bebopping a little bit to music, and then lo and behold, with multiple things I did, and I don't want to take up too much time because it's freaking amazing to
I
get
know,
out
you have
of
an
work.
amazing, so we can talk for hours about
I know
your story.
exactly.
So we need
So,
the amazing
I'll do-
cliff notes.
Cliff notes. Okay, so literally
You've got a
30
great
pounds
story.
fell off my beautiful rear, and I looked in the mirror and I caught a glimpse of myself for the first time since I was a kid. That I feel beautiful.
That's great.
And I was like, I feel beautiful and I feel sexy. What is that like? And I'm like, what can I do for an exercise that would really get me into my skin and shake it up and so I can feel healthy and vibracious and go? And so I found 2 dances. I found Zumba and I found and fell in love with pole. And I'll tell you what, my pole family is like top notch. They're amazing women. I walked in with stiletto heels and I'm like, hi, I'm Mitzi. I don't know how to walk in these. And they're like, yeah, that's not what we do here. Come on.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I always wanted to walk in heels, which I did teach myself. That was awesome.
It is an art, I
It
gotta
is an
say.
art, yeah. But that classic embraced me. They showed me a beauty in the mirror. I got to do an exercise I fell in love with. I got to hear music differently. And it just moved my soul. It moved my soul so much that I lost literally 130 pounds off
Wow.
by dancing and melting myself into nutrition and drenching myself into hydration. And I got all these warm, fuzzy feelings. And I thought to myself, you know, I got to share this with the world.
Yeah.
I'm not pole dancing. I am everything and then pole dancing.
Okay.
And so I sat down over a summer and I wrote out for 3 months this amazing program called the Cookie Technique.
Okay.
And the Cookie Technique came to me from me going to my very own invited to workshop pole burlesque.
Okay.
And when I walked in that door, do I have 2 minutes or not?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I could tell the story and then finish up with that.
But it's a good one. Let's hear it.
It is. I walked in that door and I was totally dressed in a tutu, a corset, a hat, heels, ready to go. This was pole burlesque. I'm giving it my all. And I walked in and everyone else was dressed in workout clothes, right?
Oh.
And so I was kind of like,
That's
oh, oh. And out of nowhere, because this pole family, they're so heart and soul. They're like, Mitzi. And I'm like, oh, remember the TV show Cheers?
Yeah.
They were like, they're like, hi. And out of nowhere, this woman comes flying up in front of me. And she's like, oh, my God, you're Mitzi. You lost like 100 pounds. I love cookies. And I was like, oh, really? What kind? She's like, what does it matter? I ate the whole box. I'm like, it matters. I wanted peanut butter cookies at that moment.
Oh.
And so she goes, Oreos. And I eat the whole box. Class went on. It finished. I watched her during this class. Because that's kind of a weird comment, right?
Yeah.
And so I was kind of like intrigued with her, watching her. And in the end, I went over to her and I said, I think I figured out why you eat the whole box of cookies. And she goes, you did? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's easier if I show you because I could verbalize so much better with dance than I can talking. And I said, it's easier if I show you than to tell you. Do you mind? And she's like, yeah, totally. So I walked up to the pole and I executed the move and I walked away. I said, beautiful, right? And she goes, yeah. And I said, yeah. I said, that was you. She goes, oh, thank you. I said, so the difference between you and I is if I'm going to have cookies, I'm going to set 3 aside, and then maybe they're going to make love to it, or I'm going to, and it looks like this. And so I approached the pole, I executed the move, and I crawled away. And she's like, oh my God. I said, anything you do in life, do it with all your heart and do it with intention, and you will never eat the full box of cookies again. And she's like, oh my God. Right? And so then I left and I'm like, I really got something here. I got to share it with the world.
Yeah.
So I sat down for 3 months and I wrote out the cookie technique.
Okay.
And it is drenching hydration. It is melting nutrition. It is seductive sleep. It is literally cleaning out your in life and getting your cooking. What does that look like?
Okay.
I went and took everything that I had the honor of learning from other coaches. By the way, Jessica Butts is one of my coaches.
That's awesome.
She is amazing. I got to speak at her vet this last weekend. I love her. We can
Yes.
give her a, I love you, Jessica.
Yay!
Because I was sitting in her seat
You're
last
feeling the
year when she's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to go all out? And that was like moments before I fell upon Providencia.
Oh,
So
wow.
this woman was like, and I was like, no, I'm not going to sit here, this single mom struggling. I'm going to just go for it, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, Jessica Butts, hi. Anyways, I love you. Thank you. So back to the cookie technique. So it is literally everything I ever learned, heart and soul, from any trainer I worked with, from anyone that actually came to my kitchen to teach me how to cook.
Oh, I love it.
I have a series starting called Cooking with Cookies soon. And it's
yeah?
because I want to show people that don't know how to cook how to do it. Because it's funny.
That's great.
Anyhow, but the cookie technique is literally taking the nutrition, the fitness, the wellness, the love, the integrity,
Got it.
the everything you could imagine about women empowerment and love for yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I put it on the pole, and I call it, it's a vertical apparatus to your dreams.
Got it.
So
Okay, and so where you teach that at Providencia, or where do you do
yes,
your
so
classes?
that's the thing is when I walked into Providencia, there's this like square perfect room with these vaulted ceilings, with these gorgeous chandelier looking lights, modern, with these doors that open up to my pond.
Okay.
And I went, yes, this is the home of the cookie technique. This is where I get to put my 3 beautiful poles and teach women of all shapes and sizes how to love themselves right here, right now on earth while we have the moment, right?
Right.
And so I turned around and I looked at the rest of the facility and I'm like, yes, this is perfect for the healers. This is perfect for the tribe of women that want to make a difference on this earth. And men, I'm trying to learn how to do that one. I have Manifesting Monday coming up. It's business entrepreneurs, not just men and women. It's men and women.
Yeah, I love
But anyways, yeah, I looked around at the space and I thought, they could cook together. We could do a fire pit and call it the S'mores to Life fire pit.
I
My
like
dad actually passed away
Uh-huh.
not ever having a s'more on this earth.
What?
No.
How can that happen?
I know. I took care of him for 5 years with cancer. And the last year he was alive, he went camping with us, my family. I'm like kind of a s'mores freak. Like, I don't just do Hershey's. We do Baby Ruth and Kit Kat and Hershey's, peanut butter, right? And so I turned to my dad when we were camping and I said, hey, Dad, do you want a s'more? And he goes, you know, I was just thinking about this. You know those people, they have that faraway look when they're looking in the fire, thinking he had that faraway look. He was really contemplating that he's never tasted a s'more and he's never going to be able to taste a s'more because he had cancer and it had fried his taste buds.
Oh, so he could eat it, but he wouldn't really know what it tasted like. 'Cause
Yeah.
He can't taste anything.
So there's another thing about Providencia was I was like, I had a really close, wonderful friend build me a custom, custom fire pit for very little money. I mean, so amazing. He helped me out to have this fire pit because I don't want a person going off this earth not having a s'more like my
That is a
dad.
travesty. So is this like step 1 of the cookie technique? You show up and let's make s'mores.
Let's make s'mores. Well, actually, I start in the kitchen and I'm like, ladies, we're going to drench ourselves with sexy water. Every day you pick up water, I want you to think drenching. I am taking care of myself inside and out. Sexy water for you. So
I totally have the flash dance vision right now.
Exactly.
See, you know what I'm talking about?
Whatever
Flash
it
dance?
takes.
She's in the chair anyway.
Exactly.
Some of you are too young to know what I'm talking about. But
it's amazing.
there's a lot of people that do.
Yeah. So that was a vision of mine when I was literally standing on the porch. I'm like, there's the fire pit. I looked at the pond and I'm like, there is the ceremonies, the water ceremonies. And I actually, it was really hard for me recently. It's not been an easy venture. I will not, I really bit this off, right? But I got reached out to by this mom that her baby had just passed away at 6 days old.
Oh, my goodness, devastating.
And she had done a little cookie work with me before. And she said, you know what? I want my daughter to go off this earth empowered.
Oh,
And that's Providencia.
yeah.
I want her to be remembered. I want her, every time someone looks at the dragonflies here, I want her to be like that source of energy and that love and that light of that innocence in this world. And that couple is like a dream couple to me because they try to have a baby for so many years and their love is so strong.
Yeah.
And they gave us, all the creators and all the gatekeepers of Providencia, the honor of having their daughter celebrated for her life.
Oh, that's
So,
beautiful.
You know, like, it's gone like
So they did the
huge.
celebration of
Yeah,
life
they did
at
the memorial
Providencia.
there, and we put
Wow.
lanterns on the pond.
Oh.
And seriously, it was in the middle of a burn ban. I was really concerned. I was like, I will do anything for this baby. Please don't burn down.
That's funny.
So, thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. Like,
We have tissues
every
now,
time
so
I
we're getting
think
a little
about
emotional.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing is I've like literally taught 3-year-olds vertical gymnastics so that when they look at themselves in the mirror, they're like, I got my cookie. I'm going to do this in the world. And then I have all the way up to 71 with women coming in and being like, I am your tribe. I'm going to do a women's circle, an empowerment retreat. I'm going to sage. I'm going to dance outside. I'm going to give the, the wildlife like this amazing uplift and spirit. And like, I can't even tell you. To the ones saying, I'm a business entrepreneur. I just want to do real estate here.
Right.
I just want to have 12 powerhouses with me and we discover what's our next move.
Yeah.
So it's like this culmination of love.
I love that.
Thank you.
And I'm totally into energy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
okay.
the whole like container, it matters,
Right.
all of that. I'm super into that stuff. So
Okay,
I love that
good.
you're
So
creating that.
we get each other's jam.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally get what you're talking about. I will admit I've done Zumba. Zumba I'm totally into. I have not done pole dancing, at least not yet. We'll see.
I actually created this program that I'm going to launch. I think it's next week or the following week because I had to like kind of shape it up. But it's called Craving Cardio, and it
Okay.
is literally Zumba
Okay.
on the pole, on and off.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes we need that balance. So it's a vertical apparatus. Why not hold it?
Yeah.
But I went and created routines of Zumba
Okay.
in my way because I have not very good dyslexia.
Okay.
And so I could only usually do like 3 steps at a time. So I was like, why make that something wrong? Why not put 3 steps? Because I know other people feel like me that just need it simple but quick.
Yeah.
And so it's Craving Cardio. It's a
Okay.
22-minute workout because not everyone wants to go to the gym.
Right.
And get you in, get you out, get you powered up, and it literally weight falls
Okay.
off your body.
I love it.
Your heart goes up.
Look at you. You got all kinds of good things
I
going
know.
for the world.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, can I put a plug in real quick for
Yeah,
my
of course.
massive Halloween party?
Yes. It
Okay.
does not surprise me that you're a Halloween person.
Okay,
We
yeah,
just talked
totally.
about your
So
profile.
you guys, it's on October 26th on Friday night. Tickets are $45 or $65 per couple.
Okay.
And I put a theme to it, of course, because I love doing themes. And I just want to roll with the superheroes.
Okay.
So can you guys all show up with your superhero outfits?
Oh, I love
would
it.
love to see that this year and
Yes.
just go for it. I'm all about Wonder Woman and empowerment and
That does
giving.
not surprise me.
So you can take it as high as you want or as low as you want, whatever you want. But please, I would love to see you guys all there.
Oh, fun.
Tickets
Okay.
go on sale this week because technology is not my forte.
Okay.
And my web guy's working with me, so stay tuned for that.
All right, perfect. Well, we'll get that posted on the website.
Thank you.
Send me the link once the tickets
I
go on
will.
sale, and we'll get it on social
I appreciate
media
that, yeah.
and stuff as well, because I have no doubt that's going to be an epic party.
Yeah, absolutely. And can I say something about you real quick?
Yeah.
When I came into the building today, I was dealing with a little bit of a family emergency at home, and she walked in and she's like, hi. And I was like, oh. And she took it. She's like, I'll meet you upstairs in a few minutes. I settled my emergency. It was awesome. And then I came up here, and I was shaking. I was nervous to come into this room, like, oh my gosh. And you just set me at ease.
Good.
Like, and your dress
Oh.
was so in alignment with my whole thing at
I'm a little
Providencia and the cookie.
sassier than normal today. I got the little animal print.
And I
working
love that I
and,
brought the energy to you. We
Yes,
like get
I
on.
know.
So, but really, I was shaking
oh,
pretty.
bless
I
her.
thought my heart was going
You
to
seem
come
like
out
you're
my
doing okay
throat.
now. Are you all right?
I'm totally cool.
You totally
But it
survived.
was because you actually helped set me up
Oh, good.
for success. I love how
Good,
you
good.
did it in the water and everything. It was perfect. So
Awesome. Well, I'm
just
so
wanna
glad
say
you're
thank
here.
you.
You're welcome. Because you got some good stuff going on. People
do.
need to know about it.
thank you.
So, yeah, I know. I need to get some stuff going on there. I think, yeah, it's a beautiful facility
It
that you
is.
have.
Oh
So,
yeah, we have Bluetooth in the shower. I know it's got a stereo system in my shower.
Yeah, I guess
downstairs.
speakers. I'm like, why do you need Bluetooth in the shower?
Well, speakers, because
Okay.
I do so much to music. I teach women how to brush their teeth in a whole new way in life.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So
Okay.
it's part of the cookie technique.
I love it. It's all about, you got to find your why. So this is totally not related to the cookie technique, but when our boys were little, the oldest one, he wouldn't brush his teeth, right? They're 2, right? They don't see the point in brushing their teeth. But
don't.
there was the cute girl that lived next door. She was like 16, right? She used to babysit him, and he kind of had a crush on her, even at 2. And so I told him, girls don't kiss boys with stinky breath. And he's been brushing them ever since.
Oh, that was awesome currency right there. That's awesome.
He didn't see anything. It was just like, you could see his mind spinning, like, note to self.
Yep,
And he's
exactly.
had a teeth brusher ever since.
And as a mom myself, you just reminded me I need to book my son's dentist appointment. Thank you. Helping each other out.
You got to relate it to what matters. With their rooms the other day, I was like, just so we're clear, you're never going to have a girlfriend sleepover with this going on.
Amen. My heart rate just went up again.
They're a little young. There's nobody sleeping over anytime
My
soon,
daughter's
'cause they're under our roof.
My daughter's 12, and she's got a boyfriend. And she was telling me about him last night, and I was like, whew, it's just this. I'm friends with the dad of the guy, so I'm like, we're going to be working this to the T. There's going to be manners. There's going to be integrity.
Oh, yeah. Our boys are awesome. They have great manners. They have
There you
lots
go.
of wonderful qualities. Room cleaning, you know.
You got to take
Quite
it.
honestly, when I was that age, my room was a disaster.
Exactly.
But,
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
You got to pick your battles with those ones. So.
I know. But
Yeah.
kids are awesome.
I
I wouldn't have
know.
it any other way. Thank you for joining us today, Mitzi.
you.
I'm so excited. We will have all of Mitzi's information on the website after the show, NicoleMangina.com/podcast. And we'll also have a link, the radio station. They're doing a survey. They want to know what you like. Hopefully you like 425 show. It'd be nice if you voted for that. But go on and vote, because you can win a chance for a trip on the Victoria Clipper. And a $100 gift card to the Schwartz Brothers. So, you know, it might take a minute or 2 to fill it out, but I think both of those would be super fun, especially with the holidays coming up. So thank you for joining us today, everybody. We will see you next week on the 425 show. Make it a great week. Bye.
Thank you.
Yay.
Perfect. Good job, ladies.